Hi, I'm Laurie Yost. I'm with Playful Pups Retreat in Central Pennsylvania. We are putting together a video series showing you, the pet parent, how to do appropriate and safe dog introductions. This is the first of a series where we are going to be introducing a couple dogs to each other that do not know each other yet. So I have one of my dogs today. Her name is Mosha. She is going to be meeting our general manager's dog, who is a Husky named Dmitri. They have never met each other at this point, and we wanted to show just some appropriate techniques for new dogs that are meeting each other. As a pet parent, quite often when you are doing, maybe you want to get together with a friend and you want to go for a walk and you want to take your dogs, but your dogs have never met. So many pet parents tell us they don't know how to go about that introduction process. So we wanted to give some tips and pointers and just talk about the important things that you, the pet parent, needs to do to keep your dog safe and to make sure that it is a good introduction. We did an introductory video to this series last week where I talked about the 3 most important things to do during an introduction. And I'm going to go over those again today, just in case you didn't see that last video. But number 1, you always want to try to do your introductions outside whenever possible. The dogs are much more comfortable, they're more relaxed, there are other distractions that they will be able to engage in, so they're not quite as focused on each other. Number 2, you want to have a good leash where the dogs can sniff and smell each other, but you still have good control of your dog. And number 3, you want to be calm about it. You don't want to be stressed out. A lot of people, when they're doing introductions, are nervous because they don't know how the dogs are going to respond to each other. But if you're nervous or anxious, the dog will feel it. It will travel right down the leash and the dog will feel that. So if you're not comfortable, then it may be better to hire a professional dog trainer or a dog professional that knows how to do safe introductions. So today, though, we're going to give you a quick rundown on how we do some introductions, and we're going to show you Mosha meeting Dmitri, who is right across the yard here with Nicole. All right, so I'm going to talk through the process as we're letting them meet each other. And I have Mosha on a long leash, so she has a lot of leeway where she can sniff and smell. You always want to have control of the dog, though, because if for some reason 2 dogs don't get off on the right foot, the last thing you want is to have a scuffle. So we want to do a safe introduction. So I'm going to walk Mosha over, and we are going to avoid this middle area because it's super wet. So Nicole and I are going to stay up on the top of this yard to let them meet each other. Mosh, you want to meet Dmitri? So we're going to give them an opportunity to sniff and smell. Now, I will add that Mosha and Dmitri are both very dog friendly, so that does make a difference. They've not met each other, but they are very dog friendly. So I'm gonna let Mosha come up to meet Dmitri. You're gonna watch their body language. They're probably gonna wanna play right away, but you can see they need to sniff, they need to smell. We wanna make sure their leashes don't get tangled. Right? They need to be able to sniff, smell, and appropriately do dog greetings, which for dogs is smelling and sniffing each other. Dmitri wants to play with Mosha. Also, you need to know your breeds. Dimitri's reminding me that I wanted to mention that every dog is different. Some dogs are very vocal, and Huskies are one of those dogs that can be very vocal. Mosha is also, she's a Great Dane, obviously. She is super quiet. When she's meeting new dogs, she never utters a peep. She's always a very quiet dog. So you want to know your dog. You want to know their personalities, because that will play into the introduction. Now, both of these dogs are very well socialized, so it is a little bit different than if you were at home introducing your dog to another dog. So please keep that in mind. But one of the best things to do is to let the dogs sniff and smell. They will sniff and smell each other's genitals. I know people get a little upset about that, but that is dog body language. That is how they communicate to each other. So they're being very good, they're being appropriate, they're sniffing and they're smelling, they're going in a circle. Dogs will often come into each other in an arc. They should not go head on right into each other's faces if at all possible. So you want to try to make sure that they are displaying proper dog interactions and proper dog body language. Now Dmitri is super calm. He is relaxed and comfortable. Mosha is more curious about the camera. So what we recommend is they get a chance to sniff, they get a chance to smell. It needs to be controlled and structured. You can't just let the dogs get up in each other's business and get in each other's faces. These guys, Dimitri's given her some kisses, and that is a sign of submission. That's a great behavior. He's also getting some good sniffs. And with dogs, when they sniff and they smell each other, that is how they get to know each other. They can take a lot of information from those smells. The dog will know what sex the other dog is. They will know their age. They know everything, probably including what they ate for breakfast. So it is like me handing somebody my business card. In the world of dogs, that's how they get to know each other. So it is very important to allow that interaction. So then the next thing you want to do is to go for a walk. You can give them a chance to sniff and smell, and if they're appropriate, then you take off for a walk. If the dogs are barking or grumbling or showing teeth or something that isn't appropriate, then the best thing you can do is skip that initial introductory period and literally walk. Walking is a beautiful behavior for a dog. It's a displacement behavior. They can redirect and they can utilize the sniffing and smelling to redirect their behavior so that they're not as focused on each other. It relieves some pressure and some stress, and it gives them a chance to get to know each other in a structured manner where you still have control of the leash and control of the dog. So we're gonna just do a loop and we're gonna go for a little walk. Most dogs will interact on the walk and get to know each other, so it's a nice way for them to get to know each other with a little bit more structure and control. And I will also add that you always want to be in neutral territory. Ideally, you're not going to do these introductions in your backyard. You will go to a park or you will go somewhere that is neutral for both dogs, so that they can get to know each other, not on their own turf. Come here. Good job. And then you're just gonna let them walk side by side, and they will sniff and smell throughout the course of the walk. Or they'll sniff and smell the ground, or the surroundings, which is fine. You want that behavior. That's the perfect type of behavior. And again, please keep in mind, we have dogs that are very well socialized, and even though they've never met each other, they play with other dogs, they live in homes with other dogs. Dmitri comes for daycare, and they are very comfortable meeting and greeting new dogs. So this is video number 1 in our introduction series. You can see Dmitri and Mosha are now friends, and they could probably be off leash and have a nice little party. So thank you so much for joining in to this video in our series. Join us next week in the next video where you will meet the next 2 dogs we're going to introduce, which I believe is Bean the Frenchie and Reza the Husky.